We go to the casino. There we go. Change colours. Bring back to front. Is that normal? I hope so. Let's see what happens. My slides were black to sort of like depict a... Is a template? Okay, that's perfect. So I just went back to front. Alright, so we're doing something a little bit different today. We're going to be flipping cards. Anybody been to a casino before? Put your hands up. Okay, half the room. Has anybody played poker before? Yeah? Blackjack, rummy when you were a kid? Strip poker, yeah, you guys strip poker, okay. I think it's for today, I think let's just keep our clothes on. So we've all played some type of card game before, and you've heard some people snap even, yeah. Some people said, you don't understand the cards that I was dealt. You heard people say that. They're in this little hole, you don't understand my life, my misery, my story, da-da-da, da-da-da. We've all heard that before, right? But they're not willing to take any action. Because these same people complaining, a year later we're in the same place. A year later they're in the same place. But it's not about the cards that you were dealt. It's how you play the cards that you were dealt. It's how you play the cards, because you can change any hand into anything you want it to be. So when it comes to this industry, people are like cards. Now, if you think about a deck of cards, there are 52 cards in a deck. No more, no less, there's 52 cards. But before I'm going to go into that, I'm going to talk quickly about some of the basics that I said I was going to cover. The first part is contacts. We've been sort of like leading up to this point. Some people sitting here have heard about the word making a name list, and some people don't know, what are these guys talking about a name list? Where do I find these names? Who are these people you are talking about? This is a memory jogger, but let's first talk about a name list and how you execute it and how you do it. Yes, we've all got it in our phones, we've all got it digitally. But let me tell you something. Magic happens when you get a pen and paper. You get a pen and paper out, good old-fashioned exam pad. You get that good old-fashioned ballpoint pen. Dr. Wayne Dyer did a talk about the power of the pen. And you basically, it's like your magic wand. I want you to look at your pen as a magic wand, because you manifest with your pen. Something happens. You're sending it out into the ethers. You're writing your order out of what it is that you want. And you take the action of writing it down. And what you do is you get your pen and paper and you start writing. Now, when I'm working with a new person, we go through the onboarding process. Lucinda helps with the onboarding. We both got our roles. We know what our strengths and weaknesses are. And Lucinda, wow, she's like on fire when it comes to onboarding. And what happens is, before I will work with a person, I want to see the name list. I know it sounds quite weird, but as soon as I get those photos, I say, get your pen and paper out. You don't have to write the phone numbers. Don't get all worried because I might not know you. You think you're going to steal my people. I'm not giving you my numbers. Their numbers. Don't write the numbers, just write the names. That's all I want. From 1 to 100, take that photo, send it to me. I'm now going to work with you. It's a two-way street, because now I know that the person is serious. So where do we get these names from? So Alex touched on it yesterday. You can Google it right now. The average amount of people on a person's cell phone is 472 people. 472 people. I dare you to take your phone out now. Wow, look where his phone's coming out. There's, I don't know, Apple is like 3 little dots, and Android is 3 little lines. You go onto it, you go to contacts, press the 3 dots or the 3 lines, and press contacts. Have a look, how many people do you have on your phone? Let me have a look at mine quick. Let's have a look, contacts. Here we go. Here we go. 3,800. Stacey's got 3,800. 1,941. I've got 2,550.
5,720.
Wow, David, 5,700 and something. Oh.
Are you normal?
You don't? Right, so everybody's looking at the amount of contacts that you have. And I think, you know what, people sitting here in the room today, I've got a funny feeling, and I think I'm right, are over 472, am I correct? So anybody that's got more than 472 names on their phone, please put your hands up. That's what I thought. Okay, more than half. That's what I thought.
How many is in contact already? That's the point.
Ah, good point. How many are contacts already? Well, I'm going to cover that in the next phase, phase 2. But, you know, we met with somebody basically about a year ago. It was actually here in the UK. We went out for lunch, and this person, very, very, very powerful testimony. So we were sitting, talking, and she said she doesn't know anybody. I said, what do you mean? You're like, same age as me. We're talking like mid-50s. You're telling me you don't know anybody? No, I don't. I don't know any people. I thought, right, that's pretty interesting. Have you been like living under a rock your whole life? Really? I said, get your phone out. She got her phone out. Took it to contacts. I pressed contacts. I had a look. 1,254 contacts. I turned the phone around, I pushed it across the table, and I said, when you are ready, waiter, bill, please. Got the bill and left. That's it. I'll be honest with you, I actually felt a little bit insulted. That you actually saying to me, I don't know anybody, but you've got 1,254 people in your phone. So what that's really telling me is that you don't have your goals in place. With the most powerful testimony that you've got, that you need to be sharing with the world, there's a lot of inner work that you need to go and get done. So I can guide in the right direction, because I'll say one thing, I'm not your savior, but I am your leader. I'm your leader, not your savior. And I will point to a person where to go and get that type of help. But, we're dealing with adults. No more, as Alex was saying, babying. We cannot baby people. My nappies, my diaper factory went into liquidation a year ago. No more diapers and nappies come out of my factory. They are done and dusted. And that's what I'm saying. We're dealing with adults that need to take responsibility. And with the exercise we're going to go through now, people are going to show you by their actions who they are and what they want to achieve and how much work you can be putting into them. So, coming to the name list, don't prejudge. If a person pops into your mind, write them down. We do that as human beings. We prejudge. He's too rich, he's too poor, she's too this, he's too that. We make up other people's minds for them. And we're making assumptions. In the book called The 4 Agreements. Making assumptions. You do know what making an assumption means, hey? Making an ass out of you and me. That's making an assumption. Evelyn and Brigitte, we were chatting about it on Friday night. We were talking about assumptions. And I think that you can get caught with your pants down. We'll be so careful of that. And that's making up other people's minds for them. Because you're potentially denying somebody an opportunity which could potentially change the rest of their life. Now, being 3 years in, I contacted a friend of mine end of last year. His name is Johan. I've known him for 17 years. And I contacted him out of the blue. How you doing? Never spoken for a long time. He's sort of been on that back burner. But everything changes as you go higher up through the ranks. You've got bigger responsibilities. So you go through batches of signing people up because now you're looking after your team, right? So he said, what you've been up to? I sent him the info. And he went through everything and said, oh my goodness gracious, I absolutely love what I see. So we're chatting. He said, please, how do I get involved? He signed up. And then thereafter, he said, you've been doing this for how long? I said, for 3 years. He crapped me out, good and solid. He said, Chris, I actually cannot believe you've been doing this for 3 years and you didn't have the freaking decency to tell me about this 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Because I sort of prejudged. I semi-prejudged. I didn't put him on the urgency level. I sort of put him around the back. I'll get to him when I get to him. Do you know what that did for me? It's a little bit of urgency has kicked in because people can get offended by something like that. So get it over and done with. Let's get through those names now. Let's get through that rejection because that's the biggest thing that holds a person back. I can do a whole session just on the concept of rejection. That is do you realize that's the one thing holding you back? The one thing holding you back, why you're not contacting these people that you don't know. But you do know, because you've got so many names in your phone. The reason that's holding you back is you are so worried that the person is going to say no to you. So you'd rather not do it to avoid that rejection. But it's not rejection, guys. It's just the person saying, not right now. But let me jump straight into this part of it because rejection is a very big thing. It's a very big thing. And that starts to change as time goes by. But in the beginning, it's that heavy phone where you think, I just can't pick up that phone. Get over that part because this is what will come when you get over that part. Have no expectations on the outcome, put the intention out. Here's a memory jogger. You can find this anywhere. This actually, I pulled off Eric Worre's GoPro. There's the PDF that you can download. I think it's memoryjogger.com, funny, something like that. But Google it, you'll find it. But these are the important ones over here. So we're talking about mother, father, uncles, aunts, so that's the family and all that stuff, right? Hobbies, friends, personal trainers, hairdressers, doctor, dentist. Oh, by the way, my mom's hairdresser, just before leaving on Tuesday. I've spoken to her. Every time she does my mom's hair, she sends me the invoice and I usually do the payment. So we've spoken quite a lot over the last 2 years. And then only on Tuesday, when I went walking in to go see my mom, she was giving me a haircut, and I had the patches on, right? And then Storm came up and said, hi, can I help you? I said, I'm Chris. She goes, Chris, you Pam's son? Yes. Oh, nice to meet you eventually. What is that on your hand? Because I had the 2 patches here, right? So I'm getting a little carpal tunnel, so I've been putting like Eon and Aeon right here in my arm. My goodness. Oh, thank God for these patches. Took the pain away immediately. But she said, what's that on your arm? And I said, these are the patches. She said, yes, your mom told me a little bit about it. She said, please tell me more. Oh my word, she's so excited. We've got a meeting as soon as we get back. She wants to sign up. So hairdresser, guys, hairdresser. See what happens in your brain. I didn't think about it. I only thought about telling you about it when I saw the word hairdresser. So you can see how our minds make that connection. So here's a whole list of people. Whole list, right? But the ones I'm going to focus on is number 35 to 40. Mobile contacts. We spoke about that now. Email contacts, Facebook contacts, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Isn't Twitter that other name? Isn't it? It's changed. X now. I must update that. Okay, X. Right. Guys, when it comes to Facebook, I've signed up about 4, maybe 5 brand partners. Do you know how I approach them on Messenger? All I did, because I get notifications. If you guys are on Facebook, you get notifications whose birthdays they are. And all you do is send a message. Stacey, how you doing? Long time no speak. I just want to say happy birthday. I hope you have a fantastic day. That's it. That's all I did. I didn't go in talking about patches, technology, David Schmidt, comp plan, business. I didn't talk about any of that. All I did was say happy birthday. That's all I did. When you ask a person, how have you been keeping? It's a normal human reaction to say, I'm doing good, I'm doing great. How are you doing? What have you been up to? That's what us as human beings do. When they ask you, what have you been up to, they're giving you permission to tell them what you've been up to. Because now they can't take offense if you're telling them what you're up to, because they asked you how you're doing what you're up to. So can you see the psychology of how that all changes? And that's how everything flows. I've got a person that is a 2-star director, and that's from about a year ago. And all I did was said happy birthday to her. 4 or 5 people at least, so remember that one. So that's on those contacts. Right, so when we're talking about connecting, so on connecting, I'm just going to go through these points really quickly. Is reach out and catch up. Reach out and catch up. That is first saying hello. First saying hello. That is the most important part. Now, I think a lot of people miss out on that. We were down in Cape Town a little while back, and myself and Lucinda were going to all the different little meetings all around everywhere, and we had this woman following us. It was like a groupie. She was at every single event. Every event, there she was, there she was, there she was, there she was, there she was. And I thought, my goodness, she's following us. So anyway, by the 5th meeting, I could see she was looking a bit depressed. She was looking a bit down. And I'm like, what's wrong? No, nobody's coming. I said, nobody's coming. Have you invited people? I've invited like 40 people. Like, 40? She goes, yes. I said, when we finish here, let's go down for coffee. We went downstairs for coffee, and I said to her, show me your phone, and I want you to go to the people that you've invited. So she looks at me like going, why? I invited them. I said, listen, do you want my help or don't you want my help? Yes, please help. I said, right, listen, can you participate a little bit here? So she said, fine. So she gave me the phone, and we have our little invites, right? Little pictures and everything. And I went to the one, I had a look, and it was just the invite. And I said, go to another person for me. She said, okay, should I go to another person? She goes, see, I told you I invited the people. I said, I hear you, I'm looking. I said, right, I see the invite. And I looked there and I said, you haven't spoken to this person in 9 months. She goes, I know. I said, right, I'm glad you can see that. Do you realize all you did was send her an invite? She goes, yes. I said, but you haven't spoken to her in 9 months. She goes, and? I said, Lorraine, the name came out. You didn't say hello to the person.
Yeah.
She goes, what do you mean I didn't say hello? I said, you've actually offended all of those 40 people.
Yeah.
You didn't even bother saying hello. How are you doing? How's the family doing? I'd like to chat to you. I'm going to send you an invite, and this is what the invite is about. I said, Lorraine, all you did was spam your people. And it's going to take you a while to recover from that. That's the truth. It's going to take a while. So guys, I know it sounds pretty obvious. Guys, reach out, catch up, but send a message and just be human. Just be yourself. Show genuine interest. Find common ground. We can all build rapport with people. Offer support and help. Exactly what Stacey was saying yesterday. Things go wrong in a person's life, but you're not going to jump in there. Why weren't you at the meeting? Why weren't you in the training? This person was going through a personal problem, a health issue. You're going to take a step back and speak to them about the issue that they're dealing with. Remember to be human, guys. I think we forget about that. We all go into sales mode. Guys, get out of sales mode. Stop selling. Just remember to be human. Because that's what we are. Treat people the way you would like to be treated. Always keep that one in mind. Keep it a shared professional update. Keep it casual. Use social media. Meet in person. Oh, guys, I'm the best meeting in person. Where Lucinda, she's like, Chris, dude, you've got ants in your pants. Can't you just sit down for 2 minutes? I'm like, in the car. Coffee overdose, guys. Sometimes, by my 5th meeting, I get home, I've had 10 cappuccinos. I am wired. I'm hanging onto the ceiling. She goes, Chris, you've got to tone it down, drink more water. I do in between, but a lot of coffee in between. I love doing coffee with people. I love the belly to belly. I love meeting with people. Be authentic, guys. Be yourself. Don't change. Don't go into sales mode. Don't change. Just be you. You know, if you talk to a person a certain way, like I've got my friend Darren. Darren, I call him dude. So that's how I've spoken to Darren for the last 18 years. So when I spoke to him about LifeWave, I didn't say to him, hi Darren, I've got something I need to share with you. No, I sent him a message, dude, how's it hanging? What's happening? That's how we communicate. Hey, dude, so good to hear from you. What you up to? Oh my God, you see what I've come across? Whoa, I'm going to save the world. I'm bouncing. Tell me more, tell me more. Because I'm myself. I'm the same with Darren. I call him dude. Don't call him Darren. Yeah, I mean, yes, it's his name. But I don't call him Darren. Other people do. So always remember to be yourself and be authentic. Because people will pick up if you change. And timing is everything. Oh my heck, guys, timing is impeccable. Like I said, everything is 90-day cycles, 90 days, 90 days. Do you know how much can happen in a person's life in 90 days? Oh my, yeah, George, we know. A lot can change. They're just in a different season, that's all. So connecting first, rebuild strength, and rebuild and strengthen your relationship. Establish trust and rapport, create positive and supportive environment, increases the likelihood of a positive response to a business opportunity, because you're not jumping straight in talking about the business. You're establishing a relationship in the beginning. Remember, connecting with someone is about building a relationship, not just making a sales pitch. So, here comes the exciting part. All right, pack of cards. Would we all agree there's 52 cards in a deck of playing cards, correct? Per deck you get 4 of each card, right? Now this is a fact. No more or no less. So you get a pack of cards, you open it up, take the little plastic seal off. There's 52 cards, 4 of each card, right? And
the jokers.
And the jokers.
ooh, we're coming to the jokers now. Mm-hmm. There's 2 of those, not 4, thank goodness. Only 2. Flip people like cards. Now I'm going to do something. Okay, so here, got 5 packs of cards. Alright, so.
Magic.
I'm going to ask Trey, Stacy, hold there, George.
Britain got talent.
Right, so don't show them yet, don't open it yet. What I need to do is, while it's on the table, they want you to, don't let anybody look, right? Now you're going to take the cards, and you're just going to like shuffle them a little bit, right? And then what I want you to do is, I want you to go around the room, and I want you to each give a person a card. So you can walk around this way, you can walk around that way, you can walk there, you can walk there. I want you to give each and every single person a card. But guys, when you get the card, be like you're at a poker table. I want you to be at a poker table. Don't look. Don't look. I mean, you can look, but don't let anybody else. Okay, guys, start getting them out there. So Lucinda's already going to the side, go in the middle, go there. Don't let anybody else see your card, guys. It's like top secret. Don't let them see. Yes? Oh, you did that like a pro. You went like this. Yeah, just hand them out to everybody. Give them a card, one by one, next one. You can squeeze your card, but guys, don't let anybody else see your card. This is like top secret, eh? Now, because there's quite a few people here, there's more than 4 aces, right? Because there were, how many packs did I hand out? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be 4 times 4, which means 16. Which means there's quite a couple of aces floating around, right? Bit of higher cards floating around. So it means the odds are a little bit higher because the amount of people we're talking about. So has everybody got a card? Anybody? All right? Okay. So a couple of extras there, that's cool. Right, so let me just show you quickly. George is nearly done. Nearly done.
Somebody doesn't have a card?
Okay, see you guys. I'm busy opening this pack, alright? Have a look here, guys. You guys see the cards at the back?
Yeah.
Okay, you can see the cards. Cool. I'll come and shuffle it just now, and then I'm going to show you something. So, I don't know what cards are going to come next, because I'm going to shuffle it in front of you. But let's talk about the cards really quick. What is a 2? A 2 is not really a strong card. So, anybody that understands cards, I'm sure you'd agree the strongest cards are the ace, king, queen, jack, and 10, right? All the picture cards. And then as it starts to go down, they are weaker cards, right? They're weaker cards. So the weakest card really in a deck of cards is the 2. So let's relate it to a person. Unmotivated, underperforming, ineffective, underproductive, inexperienced. So what are you really going to do when you get a card like that?
Cry.
You're going to... Sorry?
Cry.
Cry? Crying, that's a good yes. I'd like to swiftly put that card back. Or I'd sneak it to somebody else. A 3. A 3 is inconsistent, unreliable, mediocre, average. But you know what? I hear people going, but don't worry, still developing. They could potentially turn into a higher card, but that's going to take a lot of work, right? A 4, steady, reliable, hardworking, capable, but improving. Then we get a 5, a little ambitious, driven, results orientated, a little bit skilled, achieving. Then we get 6, talented, but experienced, confident, successful in whatever they might be doing. But very nice word there pops out, consistent. 7, innovative, strategic, influential, effective, exceptional. Ooh, where did this one come from? Ooh, we'll go the Joker, don't we? The Joker, that's all talk. The all talk. Unpredictable. Over-promising. A know-it-all, right? Know-it-all. And oh my hat. As George says, we met a few of those. Untrainable. They know everything. We had a person in Scotland about 1.5 years ago, you remember? Yeah. Yes, yeah, we'll never forget this one. Wow, we're talking about the runaround we were given. This dude, he was going to literally change the face of LifeWave. He wanted to get onto a call with David because he was going to tell David how he's going to change this company, right? And how he better ramp up his production because we're talking 2 billion. He goes, 2 billion is not enough. When I get started, he better get up to 8 billion. You have no idea who he's dealing with here. And Steve and Gina, you think they're good? Oh, they're going to be coming to me for advice. Just you wait and see. Just you wait and see. When I get going, you have no idea. Everybody's going to be following. Okay? Why do we have to remember him? Because he gave us that runaround, George. Yeah, he wasted a lot of your time, my time, and the other person. Did we get the runaround? And yeah, oh gosh. But guys, you're going to get these people and you think, oh my hat, I've got an ace. We'll cover what the characteristics are of an ace. But they can be disguised. A joker will disguise themselves as any card, so be very, very careful. The first thing you need is the all talk, right? I don't watch this. I watch the feet. I watch the feet, not the mouth. So you'll get the runaround, and this person, I don't think he even ever got up to manager. Never even got up to manager. But the time wasted, so be very careful of the jokers. They're going to be there. So people have got to prove themselves. That's why I know I said it might sound a bit funny when I said, please send me a photo of your name list of 100. There's a reason for that. Because trust me, a joker ain't going to be sending you a picture of your name list. So that's my personal sifting tool. Right, so visionary, and number 8, visionary. Charismatic, inspiring, high achieving, outstanding. It's a good card in 8. Did you guys know that there's 3 8s on that picture? Did you know there's 3 8s? There's 3 8s. You got your 8 there, you got your 8 there, and if you look very carefully here, there's the 8 infinity symbols within the card. Within the card, very special number, that one. Expert, number 9, expert, authority, a leader, a role model, excellence. These words are getting a lot better, right? Okay, the 10s, the picture cards, elite, world class, pioneering, trailblazing, masterful. Right, now we get to the serious cards. Now we get to Jack, rising star, high potential, ambitious, charismatic, influential. Now this is where it starts getting real. The kings, the queens, and the aces. Seasoned pro, respected leader. Difference between a leader and a respected leader. This is a respected leader, a visionary, inspiring, exceptional. King, an industry expert. They've been around the block. Authority, strategic thinker, innovative leader, masterful. And then, ta-da! The ace. What is the ace? A natural born networker, legendary, groundbreaking, unparalleled, and a champion. An ace is a person that is going to build this business with or without you. There's this beautiful clip I watched by Eric Worre where he talks about fire your upline. It's about a minute long. Fire your upline. In a nice way. But what it means is taking control. Because as we talk, this is your own business. This is your own business. And you've got to treat it like your own business. Treat it like a hobby. You'll get paid like it's a hobby. Treat it like a business.
Yes, sir.
And you will get paid over and over and over again in this business. That's the difference. So, how quickly do these aces come? We don't know. Because you might be flipping the cards, and you're feeling despondent, but you don't know how close that ace actually is. So, I'm going to do this right now. I'm going to give it a shuffle. I gave it a few shuffles before, but I'm going to give it another one quickly. That's your shirt. Right, so I've shuffled these cards. I shuffled them this morning. I've shuffled them again. I don't know when the next ace is going to come. So let's have a look. So, 52 cards. Card number 1 is a 3. So just keep in mind the numbers, right? 1, 2,
Wow.
so 4. Oh, damn, I got a joker. Oh, the third person I signed up is a joker. Oh, my head.
Flush him down the toilet.
Read this one quickly and cut the line quickly, because this one could be disguised. 3, 4, 5, 9,
Wow.
6, 7, 8. Uh-oh. 9. Okay, not too shabby a queen. 9. But we're looking for aces, guys. 9. 10. King, not too shabby. 10. Sure. 11. 12.
A lot of work.
13, another queen. 14, a jack. Whoa. Jeez, I'm a little bit worried that you said ace gonna come.
Want to 14.
15.
David. David.
Ace of hearts.
Yeah, look. See?
Oh, my hat. What? Oh, wow. Goosebump moment, guys. Goosebump moment. What are the chances of that? That the first ace up there? 1 in 4. Very good point. No, actually, I would say 1 in 54, 52, 1 in 52 to get this one, the actual perfect heart. But guys, 15. Do you realize you signed up 15 people? And you might be feeling a little bit despondent, thinking nothing is happening. Oh, I'm just not getting the momentum that I want. Because the only time you're going to get that momentum and the growth and the proper exponential growth in your business is when you sign up one of these puppies. And that's an ace. That's an ace. So there we go, 15. So let's put this over here. Let's see how much. Oh my head. Holy moly. Guys, 2 in a row. Wow. 2 in a row. Okay, wow. So 15 and 16. So remember that. 15, 16. 2, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, joker, 27, queen, not too bad, 28, 29, wow, 30. Like, look at that. 15, 16, and 30. And 30. There we go. And 30.
1 in 10, see? 1 in 10.
31.
Maybe 10, you get 1.
32. 33. 34. 35. 36. 37. 38, 39, king, not too shabby, 40, wow, 41,
Wow.
41, there we go, 41, 15, 16, 30, and 41.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So imagine if after your first 10, you gave up. Imagine that means you would not have found these aces. And an ace is a person that will completely and utterly change the direction of your life. that word of the T, I bet all that one, that trajectory, directory, current, just changes the direction of your life. I'm going to put this down here. I get tongue-tied with some words. But what I'm trying to show everybody is an ace. The aces are out there, guys. The aces have been praying. Because I love it when I send a message to somebody and they say to me, Chris, I was just thinking about you. Because that's normally what happens. When I make a name list, guys, I hold an X39 patch in my hand. And I put my hand on the paper and I write. The patch is my antenna. Because guys, at the end of the day, we're talking about frequency, right? Hold your antenna up high and put the intent out there as you're writing the person's name. Because trust me on this one. Trust me on this one. You do this little exercise. It might sound a little bit woo and weird, but it's not. Because everything's frequency. You write it down, you message the person, they'll come back to you and say, I was just thinking about you. This happens all the time. All the time. Okay? So they're going to come back to you and say, Chris, I've been praying for this. This is exactly what I've been looking for. Those are people that you want to work with. And we're looking for the aces. So closing off, the quicker you flip the cards, the quicker you're going to find your aces. It's a mathematical certainty. You cannot change that. It's statistics. You play the numbers, you flip the cards, you're going to find your aces. I'm going to finish off with a story. There's a lady by the name of Marlena. And I knew Marlena from about 5 years ago when I was doing a project with a friend of mine, purchasing physical silver. And she was one of our clients. And then what happened was right in the middle of COVID, when I was flying back from the USA, my kids live in the US, I live in Florida at the moment, and I was flying back in the middle of the pandemic, and I stopped at Frankfurt Airport. They wouldn't let me get on the plane. I had the wrong stupid test, the PSCRF something, whatever test. I had the wrong one, and they wouldn't let me on the plane. And I had to go and get a house call to get this test done at Frankfurt Airport, but I didn't have a visa, so they wouldn't let me out the airport. I spent 4 days in the airport. 4 days in the airport. I think I slept 3 hours in 4 days. So I was going through sleep deprivation. I was going a bit crazy. I had to sleep on a concrete floor. I took my shoes off to use as a pillow. But the hardest part was that intercom that went off every 10 minutes, but loud. Every 10 minutes. That's what kept waking me up the whole time. That was like German torture. I'm telling you right now. I nearly went cuckoos. I nearly went crazy. On day 4, I was standing behind the 3 cops on the little flat escalator, and I was looking at the gun, thinking, how quickly can I grab that gun, pull it out, and quickly end it? But I was thinking, I don't know about the safety buttons and what to push. So I'm going to mess it up, I'll end up in jail. So I left the gun. I was going crazy. So what happened there was I put something on YouTube, they found it, I did an interview with this guy in Australia, that's how I met Marlena initially. So Marlena, she had polio when she was a child. She had 21 operations on her knees. Lady was in a lot of pain, okay? So we are 6 months into LifeWave, and I get a phone call from a person saying, oh my goodness, you need to speak to Marlena. I said, wow, what's wrong? She said, she's been in a wheelchair the last 2 years. She cannot walk. The doctor said, sorry, they did the last operation. They can't do another operation. So I thought, oh, okay, wow. So I phoned her up, hey, how you doing? No, negative. I hate the world, I hate my life, I'm in pain and all that type of stuff. That's on a Saturday afternoon. Myself and Lucinda went there on the Monday morning. She stays about, 45-minute drive from us. We go through to see her Monday morning, 10 o'clock. We get to the house. I'll never forget this. Double garage door opens. We get out of the car, garage door opens. Now she's at the end there by the kitchen. But she's hanging onto this walker. But she's like this. And how can you tell when a person is in a lot of pain? Look at their face. Look at their face. This woman is in excruciating pain. It took us 10 minutes to get from the kitchen to the lounge. I mean, it was painful to even watch. It was hectic. So anyway, we get there, and she was also one of these people that rolled her eyes at us and said, oh, I believe you got these, like in Noel's eyes, magic stickers. The magic stickers. You're going to get that, guys. You'll get the rolling of the eyes. Oh, these magic stickers. I thought, okay, cool. Anyway, we patched her leg like Dalmatian. A little bit of a Dalmatian. We just wanted to get the pain away quickly, so we did an ice wave on either side with the X39 at the top, created a little triangle, did that both legs, a couple of patches, and said, right, we will be in contact, drink lots of water. She messages me on the Thursday and says we need to speak urgently. I said, that's fine, I'll phone you. I'm busy at the moment, I'll phone you. This is Thursday night, early evening, right? And I said, Marlena, how are you doing? She goes, you need to be at me by tomorrow. I said, why? She says, you need to see something. I said, tell me over the phone. I said, you need to see it. I said, Marlena, please just tell me. She goes, no, but also, I need to get to the bank. I need to go to the physical bank to raise my limits so that I can join. I said, oh, okay. So I said, all right, I'll move things around a little bit there. Lucinda couldn't come with us. She had a meeting. I said, I'll come and see you. That was on a Friday afternoon, about 2 o'clock. I rock up there. I see the garage door open again, thinking I'm going to see the same thing. This time it was completely different. I saw this woman walking to me with a smile on her face. That's what I saw. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, this lady's life changed. She hopped in the car, took her to the shopping centre. She walked to the bank, walked around for an hour and a half. Yes, she was holding onto a trolley, but this is a person that was in a wheelchair for 2 years. That's how this lady's life changed. She's a pensioner, she's 73 years old right now. She earned a very small amount of money. She used the last little bit of money to join. But for the first year, she was signing people up. She had a very strong leg. Things were going. She made enough money to cover her patches, but she was getting that FOMO. Like, why is it not happening for me? I also want to earn money. So she was making extra $100, $200 a week here and there, but nothing to write home about. And a year later, a person that she signed up was at an event that she wasn't meant to be at, and she patched a lady that was limping, that had ripped her Achilles tendon 9 months earlier, and she was a comrades runner. She went for operations, over $10,000 out of medical operations, nothing worked, the woman was limping. This woman said, if you don't mind, I'd like to tell you about what I've got. She said, what have you got? It's a stem cell patch. Can I put it on you? She said, I'll try absolutely anything. Now, this is a woman that was limping for 9 months, went for operations, a lot of money. Put the patch on. The next day, the woman came walking and said, what the hell did you put on my foot? The first time I'm walking. This lady was on Molina's other leg. You know, I spoke about a premium, signs up a premium. This lady joined. We met her a week and a half later at a physical event. She joined, she signed up, and she signed up premium, or she signed up with premiums. You must see the size of this lady's business. That's the other leg of Marlena's. You must see the type of money that Marlena is earning right now. She's never earned this type of money in her. She's a pensioner. She earns more money than directors of companies do. And she just hung around for a year, kept the faith, and her ace came. Guys, flip the cards.
Very good, very good. Thank you, sir.
Okay, the revealing, I forgot. Yes. Okay. How many queens? Put your hand, stand up if you're a queen. Stand up. Ooh. Wow, look at this. Wow. Okay, sit down. How many kings? Any kings? Oh, there we go. Okay, the kings can sit. How many aces do we have in the house? Aces! There we go. Thank you. What I'd like everybody to do is stay seated. I want you all to hold your card. Hold your card in the air and show me your cards, guys. Show me your cards. Wow, look at that. This is a room of only kings, queens, and aces. That's what you all are. Kings, queens, and aces. Well done, guys.
So guys, we will have a break of 30 minutes right now, and then we have some surprise because we will do a workshop linked with what we just seen. So 30 minutes of break. Thanks a lot, guys.